A no commentary version of this run can be found in the pinned comment in the comments section below. Hello everyone, this is an any % speedrun of Resident Evil Gun Survivor.
Gun Survivor.
Difficulty is normal. The time is 37:54. This run was recorded on a PS2 SCPH 90,000 Japanese console.
You look familiar, but... but I just can't remember. Ark Thompson, huh? Though I can't remember anything, I know that this was no way for anyone to die. What?
We'll start by shooting this zombie down and picking up the key here. Always best to aim down for that zombie. And then what we're going to do is we're going to head to the left and try to squeeze in between this zombie and the door here. It's pretty up in the air whether or not zombies can grab you in this game. So I just try not to even worry about it. Just try to take my lines as tight as I can, and if I get grabbed, that's it. So when we get in this room, we want to turn left a little bit and dodge in between those two zombies. But try to stay away from the meat, because if we get too close to the meat, then we'll accidentally trigger a dialogue box. And then we want to take the outside line to get out of that room. A zombie grabbed me there, but it is what it is. Then I walk a step, and then I run past that zombie. And with any luck, the line should be clear enough that the other zombie will just not grab. Hit mash to skip that cutscene, and then take this line in between the zombies and the tables over here. That generally results in not getting grabbed. And once we resume control, we'll go down the stairs here. And take the cracked key from the bench. The liquor will jump here. We'll just go straight up the stairs. As soon as this cutscene starts, we'll mash start to skip the cutscene. Then we go into the arcade.
Remember your mission. We're doing a clean sweep of the area. Everyone and everything must be cleansed. Now move out!
What's that?
After we skip this cutscene, we'll turn right a little bit, grab the key over here, the Game Center key, and then what we'll do is we backstep, and then we hit L1 so that Arc locks onto the door, like he just snaps to the left, and then aims directly at the door, and then we can just press up to go through the door. Really quickly, like. Once we go in here, there's going to be three sweepers. And these sweepers, we're just going to turn left. We'll grab the manhole opener, and then go behind these guys and down the stairs. Then what I like to do is I like to hold up and right, and try to squeeze around the rightmost one, and then hook around and then head to the door. That kind of tricks out their AI just enough so that they don't block me in. Then use the manhole opener and go down. Once we exit, we can just run directly to the ladder, because the lickers, while they're dropping off the ceiling, they actually do not have any collision. So you can just pass right through them. It's not until they get on the ground that they have collision. Once we get into the prison lobby, the most likely pattern is going to be this pattern, where they're all gathered towards the door and there's one walking towards you, the rest of them are on the ground. All you have to do is just hold up to pass through all of them. In this administration office here, I try to hold up and left. Sometimes the zombies will be completely on the ground, but again, it's complete RNG which pattern you get. I can't really describe like all the patterns that you could potentially get. But we'll hang towards the right of the desk over here, the right of the coffee table over here, grab the key, then hit L1 to snap to the door, and curve around back the way we came. And we'll head to the right, because this is the path that is least likely to result in a zombie grab, and as it happened, both of the zombies that could potentially be in the way there were on the ground, so we just were able to just get right by them. Pretty significant time save. My last PB was 11 years ago, and I had a 39.58. One thing to note, whenever you get grabbed by zombies, you can just tap back in order to escape the grab. And sometimes you'll get bit, sometimes you won't. It just depends on how aggressive the zombie is feeling, basically. If you try to move at greater than a 45-degree angle, sometimes you'll be able to squeeze by a zombie and it won't grab you. Once we come out this door here, it can be either zombie dogs or it could be hunters. And in my case, I was lucky enough to get dogs. If it were hunters, then I would have had to do a bit of trickery in order to get the hunters to, like, jump in the direction opposite of where I am trying to move. Because what hunters will do is they'll just jump in front of you repeatedly, and they are the main run killers in a Resident Evil Survivor speedrun. Next up, we're going to run straight for Mr. X, and then we're going to stop and pull back so that we bait out a clothesline, and then we can just pass right around Mr. X. We'll take these stairs on the right and go directly for the ladder. We'll just ignore all of these cleaners. Then what I like to do is grab these flame rounds here. These flame rounds are requisite for the Hypnos 2 boss fight. Next, the camera is going to be facing directly towards the shutter and directly towards the leftmost cleaner. So I wanted to move forward towards the cleaner, and then the second the cleaner makes a move, whether it's a roll, whether it tries to shoot, whether it tries to melee, I just break to the right immediately so that the other cleaners do not block me from the door or otherwise hit me. There can be either hunters or there can be a singular licker in here. I grabbed the Magnum rounds here as an insurance plan for the Hypnos 3 boss fight. Open this door here, and sometimes that leftmost zombie will not be there. I got the worst luck in this room where I escaped the grab and he bit me. But if that zombie is there, then sometimes you can move at a 45-degree angle to your left and the zombie will just like not grab you at all. That's what I was trying to do, but unfortunately the game was not cooperating with me that time. Sometimes there will be lickers, sometimes there will be hunters in this room. You want lickers. If you get hunters, again, hunters will jump in front of you and just like block you from the door.
Hello? Can you hear me? Who are you? What are you doing? Answer me!
We can skip this cutscene here, and then I hit L1 to snap towards the card key, and then I hit left to grab the card key. Unfortunately, this time, I got really unlucky, and Mr. X hit me. But if you do it correctly, just turning directly to the left, not using the L1 button, upon Mr. X busting into the room, you can usually pick up the key card and you'll be fine. Again, even if you got lickers the previous time you came through that room, there could be hunters spawning here as well, but lickers spawned here again, fortunately. There can also be 2 patterns of zombies or lickers in here, and I got lickers here. The ideal is lickers, of course, because lickers are just really slow in this game and easy to move around. Make sure the handgun is equipped here, and then head toward the elevator door. And then what we'll do here is we will fire 16 handgun shots at Mr. X. Due to the spacing, it is best to go into the menu and reload manually instead of using the automatic reload, because in doing so, we can reload and Mr. X will not be able to act against us while we're in the menu. And while Mr. X is falling down, we can examine the elevator door because Mr. X's kill flag is active. So we can just go straight through the door. There's always going to be dogs down here. We're just going to go straight over to the grenade launcher and grab it. Then head straight to the exit. For the hunter in this room, we're going to curve to the left, and then he'll jump behind, and then we're just going to move in a direction that is not directly towards the door, because if we move directly towards the door, the hunter will jump in the way. Sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't work. And then the 2 spiders over here will just weave in between them. when we resume control, we want to try and head in between that last zombie and the gate. But I got grabbed twice, so it messed up the line. I didn't get bit, though. Next, we have to turn manually because L1 doesn't do anything, and then we're going to hug the inside of this wall here and then go in and grab the green herb. The reason why I hug the inside of the wall is because the hunter is less likely to come in and block me from the door after grabbing the green herb, because that doorway prevents him from just like straight up jumping in front of you, and he is more likely to go outside if you take the interior line. We'll make like we're headed back towards those stairs so that the hunter gets tricked out a little bit, and then head to this door over here. Now this next room is very, very messy. The only way that I could reasonably get around these guys, unfortunately, because I didn't have a smooth line to the door. What happens is if I get crowded by hunters, then I just pull out my grenade launcher and I shoot them. Like this. So I got walled in, and basically I had no choice but to equip the grenade launcher and just shoot. So I popped him out of the way, and then those guys just crowded over there, so I shot them again. Basically, there's enough ammo that I can grab some more Magnum rounds later to make up for the grenade rounds that I lost here. We have to go 4 steps, and what I was supposed to do is I was supposed to bait the forward hook, but unfortunately I somehow messed up twice, and I got hit twice. Actually messed up once and got hit twice, because the angles are messed up. Whenever you get hit by an enemy, the camera immediately pans towards the enemy. Then we're going to turn left. I grabbed this red herb over here. It was ultimately faster to grab a red herb and a green herb instead of grabbing the first aid spray in the arcade. Apparently the game timer pauses on menus. This is what I have heard from another runner of this game, Punchy. So on this mountain path over here, if these guys point and shoot at you, then more will continue to spawn in your path, but if they roll, then less will spawn in your path. So the ideal is that you get rolls instead of pointing and shooting. And these guys in the trees, they're whatever. I got pretty lucky and no more spawned in front of me on the way to the gate over here. Once we get out of the gate, there can either be dogs or there can be hunters. And in my case, there were hunters. I got pretty lucky and I didn't have to use any grenades here, though. We absolutely need to save one grenade for the scene where we save Lot from falling to his death. There can either be 2 black tigers, or there could be zombie dogs here. Zombie dogs are, of course, ideal. And in this room, there's always 3 hunters. So try to turn right, and they got in my way. And if they crowd the door, I'm just going to pop them out of the way. Like this. I just, like, you know, just do a little panic shot. So at this point, I go ahead and combine the red herb and the green herb and use them, because I'm in danger. And then I equip the handgun here as well, because the handgun is going to be the gun that we use next. There can be either 1 or 2 Mr. X's here. The idea is to back up and bait out the clothesline, and then we'll take the Magnum over here, and then hit L1 to spin around and pull this lever. To snap to the lever so that we can pull it down. And then we'll hold up and left, and sometimes Mr. X will be right there at that corner, and all you gotta do is just go forward and back, forward. You know, just like back and forward, just get him to bait out a swing. We can go down this elevator here. There's going to be 5 naked zombies here, just in varying patterns. Actually, it was like 3 this time. There's going to be lickers in here, so we want to hug the left-hand wall, because they fall down pretty fast and their collision activates like right when they're close to the floor. Next, we're going to grab these acid rounds. The acid rounds are necessary for the final boss fight against Hypnos. I'm going to do a spot check for lickers, and if the liquor is in the doorway there, then we just like want to hang out to the right side of the doorway and let the liquor come through so that we can get behind him. He was pretty uncooperative for the most part. In this room, several zombies. Somehow I ran into that one and I just like did not get grabbed. So I just ran around him and hugged the interior fence. We go through this door here and we'll put in the Mo disc and exit the way we came. We'll hit L1 to snap to the nearest zombie, so that way we do a quick turn. And then we'll weave in between these two. Ideal is to go behind the second zombie. Didn't want to take a risk of getting bit, because gotta save our health as much as possible for the boss fights. Next, we'll go forward. And I did get grabbed by that one, but I didn't get bit, so good luck there. Once we've used the system disk to activate this panel over here, there will no longer be lickers, but instead there will be 2 ivies that spawn behind these shutters. So what we do is we hit L1 to snap to the nearest ivy, and then turn right manually in order to pick up this ID card. And then we'll hit L1 again, snap to the nearest ivy, and take the interior line to swipe the key card and go through this door. Next, we'll weave in between these two super IVs. Then we want to pick up these flame rounds. Once again, these flame rounds are requisite for the Hypnos 1 and Hypnos 2 fights. So once again, we're about to shoot another Mr. X with our handgun.
They are creating these monsters on this island.
This one's a little different because he's significantly further away, so we can just let the manual reload kick in. Although knowing that the game timer pauses, I probably could have just reloaded manually and that would have been better. Now here's where my route just like suddenly changed. Because I used grenades earlier against the hunters, and the game just blessed me with acid rounds right here. Because the next rounds that I'm supposed to use during the Hypnos 3 fight happen to be acid rounds. So the grenade rounds that I would have normally used in that fight are completely made up for, and I got to save a menu as well. We want to equip the grenade launcher and just use a regular grenade round in order to kill this guy in one shot. Maybe 2 shots at most.
Lot!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
What are you talking about? It's not your fault. Vincent is the one who caused everything. Well, I mean,
You? What do you mean? You're the detective. Your name is Ark Thompson.
What? Really? I'm not Vincent? Then why did you run away from me?
Because I'm the one that told Vincent about you.
Hello, I'm Vincent. I've been transferred to this facility to inspect it.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I know Commander Vincent. So I knew that you weren't him when I saw you.
What? A spy? Thank you. You are a good boy, Lot.
The self-destruction system has been activated. This island will self-destruct in 10 minutes. All the personnel must evacuate immediately. Repeat. All the personnel evacuate immediately.
That's right. At the request of my friend, Leon S. Kennedy, I came here to investigate. Oh, yes. I remember everything.
Tell me the truth. You are a spy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm not Vincent. I'm Ark.
So if I didn't get that lucky acid round drop, because I used those regular grenades, I would have picked up the magnum bullets in this room right here, but because we got the lucky acid round drop, I was able to skip these magnum bullets and just continue on course as I were. In preparation for the next boss fight, I am equipping the flame rounds. weave in between those two plants and grab the master key. We have to turn manually because hitting L1 would snap us over to the document over there, which we don't want.
I can't believe you're not dead yet.
You're human. You must be the leader of the cleaner unit sent by Umbrella to destroy the evidence of this biohazard.
Whatever. I don't have time for your pathetic games. I have already sent the self-destruction system. This island will be gone in a matter of minutes. Adios, Ark. Oh, this can't be!
Right, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to aim the flame round at its feet, and then what's going to happen is it'll just stun lock Hypnos 1 here, but I messed up, unfortunately, and I wasted several acid rounds, or flame rounds, but yeah, if you're supposed to aim like just far enough ahead that he'll just like walk into it and just get stun locked repeatedly. So skated by that guy, and I got lucky that that zombie decided to fall and try to go for my ankle. Oops. Because we went into the arcade, we get cleaners here, so we just hold up and to the left. I did get pistol whipped here.
Get on the train! Hurry!
5 minutes to detonation. All personnel evacuate immediately. Repeat. All personnel evacuate immediately.
We'll run over here and then we will hit this button to open the gate. 4 cleaners will spawn behind us. So we'll hit L1 to face them and try to weave around in order to try to avoid getting shot. I only got shot once. Sometimes they can stun lock you to death there if you try to rush through them. So that one was pretty clean for the most part. Still RNG.
Get in the helicopter! It's still alive.
So for Hypnos 2, we'll have the grenade launcher equipped still. And then we'll go in and shoot him immediately. And basically we only want to shoot him when he is directly facing us, because that's when he actually does take critical hits from the direct flame round damage. But otherwise when he's running around like this, we don't shoot, we just wait for him to be facing us, and we just backpedal and keep mashing L1. until he's facing us. And if we keep backpedaling, we avoid the attacks. And I used exactly enough flame rounds to trigger the transformation to Hypnos 3. At this point, we stop using flame rounds, and I had exactly enough flame rounds left over, especially after that blunder from Hypnos 1. So I got pretty lucky there. Because all the shots in this game seem to do like a variable amount of damage, but it's the most consistent way, what I just did, to just do as much damage as possible. So next we're going to equip the acid rounds that we got. So we got 12 acid rounds. And same as last time, sometimes Hypnos 3 can block the rounds, so a lot of times it might be for the best to just sort of interrupt his attacks with acid rounds if possible. But if not, you know, just keep spamming and backpedal, hit L1, have him face us, and once we have used 12, that's when I pulled out the Magnum to finish the fight. Again, variable damage. If worst came to worst, I had 6 more Magnum bullets, but this was exactly enough to end the fight. At this point, I was going crazy. I thought maybe I got the world record, but apparently there's an IGT timer discrepancy. So my run ended up being about 24 seconds behind the current world record for this category, which is fine. I don't really care about getting world record.
Seconds to detonation. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're safe.
It can't be! Get down!
What are we gonna do, mister?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, but don't worry. We can fly as long as we have fuel.
Right, so that's my speedrun of Resident Evil Survivor in 37 minutes and 54 seconds, any percent normal on console. This is a slightly over 2-minute improvement from my previous PB from 11 years ago. If you like this run, I got others like it on my channel. Check it out. Also got a no damage run of this game. Check that out too. Follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/CarcinogenSDA. If you want to support my bad speedrun or challenge run habit, do so on my Patreon, patreon.com/CarcinogenSDA. Thank you very much for watching, and see you all next video.